For so long, I felt like I was serving a long sentence in jail. And if you asked me what I was in for, I'd tell you I robbed myself of a reality I deserved. How's that, you might ask? Well, when you spend years silencing your inner compass because you didn't have faith in the direction it would take you, or being afraid of expressing yourself out of fear of what others might think, one day you'll wake up and realize that what you've been calling freedom was actually submission to confinement. It's quite dreadful when the realization hits. When everything is silent, even your inner compass, because it is so out of range and the only words you can utter are, "How did I get here?" Chained to a routine that forces me to dilute my spirit and creativity in exchange for looser chains that in truth won't ever be comfortable. This harsh truth hit me and multiplied upon impact. I suddenly knew many truths about myself and the reality I had created. They say that the truth will set you free, but honestly at the time, it only made me feel even more screwed because my inner compass, the one thing that always showed up but was frequently ignored, was long gone. I had strayed so far away from myself that I couldn't even hear it anymore, and that scared me way more than the chains ever did, because it's one thing to feel stuck, but to feel stuck without guidance invites hopelessness. Many days I cried out to God, desperately asking for help, finding my way back to myself again. And in that silence, I got a message that the key to my freedom from this long sentence had been in my possession all along, in the sentences I write. At first, I was frustrated by this message because all I could think about was how it takes time to write a book, and my patience was already on Ozempic. I wanted freedom, and I wanted it fast. Plus, who's to say that the book would even be a success? Once again, I was placing limitations on my inner compass that had just found its way back to me. I was suddenly reminded of the hopelessness I felt in its absence and decided to take a chance and trust it this time. I had more to gain from it than I had to lose anyway. I don't know why I was so convinced that I'd have to come up with the most interesting story and write a book when I have my journal entries. Journaling has always been an easily accessible form of expression for me. I could have $4 to my name, but as long as I had a pen and paper, I could write something priceless. My thoughts, my struggles, fears, small victories, desires, and poems, all captured in blue ink. And although priceless, sometimes I'd wonder if my words wished to be seen or heard by someone other than their author. Could they become so sought out that eventually they'd be sold out? That curiosity faded just as quickly as it came, swallowed by the doubt that anyone would care to listen unless my words were perfect, polished, and profound. So I continued to write in my journal, shut it, and tuck it away. This habit minimized what writing meant to me. I had myself convinced that writing was just a therapeutic pastime or a casual hobby, but it's a gift, and gifts are meant to be approached with intention and purpose, which is why I'm sharing myself and these pages with you. Usually, vulnerability on this level would be something I'd avoid, because the process of becoming and unbecoming in front of an audience is terrifying when you only want to show up whole. Imperfections and flaws undetected or well hidden. But that fear is exactly why I'm doing it. I hear that freedom lives on the other side of it. It's not just me. We are all becoming and unbecoming, evolving with every chapter, and yet we tend to keep one of the most direct witnesses of that evolution, our journals, hidden away, as if the transformation itself is something to be kept sacred. But what if the very thoughts that feel the most personal, the most isolating, are actually the ones that connect us the most? I have a feeling that is true, so in real time, I'll be proving my own limiting beliefs wrong by showcasing my journey without the tendency to murder rawness with perfectionism. And I'm inviting you to do the same. Maybe you've been ignoring your inner compass and as a result found yourself lost. Luckily for you, if you're hearing or reading these words, then you aren't as lost as you feel and you haven't been forgotten or forsaken. Instead, you're being called to awaken. No more serving time in a reality you no longer recognize or resonate with. No more waiting for the perfect moment to start something, fearing that you're not ready, not skilled enough, not something enough, because your freedom isn't in the waiting but in the doing.